Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you wherever you are around the world. And in this video, I will be speaking how to write expository writing. Okay, when you are going to sign to write effective expository writing, and of course, you need to follow the steps how to write it. And here I will be sharing to you about the steps how to write expository writing. Step number one is choosing a topic. So what do I mean here by choosing a topic? When we write expository writing, we need to select a topic that we want to explain to our readers, or the topic that we want to describe or to inform our readers about. And remember, this topic should be specific enough to be manageable with the scope of our writing. That is the first steps. And the second step is conducting research. Now, why do we need to conduct the research? Because we want to gather information and we want to gather the relevant fact about the topic that we have chosen already. And here we need to use reliable resources such as books or maybe scholarly articles, and we can also use a reputable website, or we can interview the expert. And the purpose is we are going to take note and we are going to organize the information for easy reference, right? And step 3 is developing a thesis statement. Now, what do I mean by developing a thesis statement? Here we need to craft a clear and concise thesis that conveys the main idea or purpose of our expository writing. And this statement will guide the direction for our easy and help us to focus on the topic, right? And then step number 4 is planning the structure. Now, what do I mean here by planning the structure? I mean we need to outline the structure of our expository writing. Yeah, typically it includes an evidence, an introduction, a body paragraph, and also a conclusion. So that is the plan for the structure. Now the purpose is in order we are going to decide what specific information or evidence we will present in each section to support our thesis statement, right? And step number 5 is we need to write an engaging introduction. So what do I mean by writing an engaging introduction? Here we need to start, or we need to begin our expository writing with an attention or grabbing introduction that introduce the topic and also provide the context, right? And we can present our thesis statement clearly to let the reader know what we expect in the rest of the essay, right? And step number 6 is develop body paragraphs. How do we develop body paragraphs? Here, each body paragraph should focus on a single main idea or supporting point, right? So we need to focus on supporting point related to our thesis statement. And we can start each paragraph with a topic sentence that summarize the main idea, and then after that we can provide detailed explanations and detailed evidence or detailed examples, or we can also provide a statistic to support that point. And then step number 7 is we need to use clear and concise language. So what do I mean here using clear and concise language? Here we need to write in a clear, concise and straightforward manner. And here we need to avoid using jargon, so don't use any jargon. And then we also need to use a complex, don't use any complex language that may confuse the reader. So just use the simple language. And then you can also, or we can also use transition words and phrases to create a smooth flow between sentence and paragraphs, right? And step number 8 is providing evidence and examples. How do we provide evidence and examples? Here we need to support our statement with evidence and examples in order to make our writing more credible and also convincing, right? We can use fact, we can use statistics, we can also use quote, or maybe we can use anecdote from reputable sources to back up our claims, right? And step number 9 is address counter argument. Now, what do I mean here by addressing counter argument? Here, if there are opposing viewpoints or counter argument related to our topic, we need to address them in fair and objective manner. We try to acknowledge alternative perspectives and provide a thoughtful response to strengthen your argument, right? And also we can add specific information by providing a strong argument, right? And that is step number 9. And step number 10, we need to write strong conclusion. So what do I mean here? What do I mean here by writing strong conclusion? Here we need to summarize the main points we discussed in our essay, or we need to restate our thesis statement in paraphrase form, right? And then we need also to avoid introducing new information in the conclusion, right? So the reader will not be confusing. And then with a closing thought, or we can make a call to action if it is necessary or if it's appropriate. And the final step is revise and edit, right? So after all the 10 steps we follow, then we need to revise our expository writing. How do we do that? By review our expository writing clarity, coherence, and grammatically. So we need to ensure that our ideas flow logically and that there are no inconsistencies or errors. And then we need to also edit the spelling, we need to check for the punctuation, and we need to check the sentence structure. And this can be considered by seeking feedback from others to gain different perspectives and improve our writing. Alright, so I do believe by following these steps you can create a well structured and informative piece of expository writing that effectively explain your chosen topic to the readers. So if you think this information or these steps how to write expository writing is important, do not forget to share or to like and to subscribe. I also provide the example of expository writing in the description. Okay everyone, thank you for listening and watching. Bye bye for now.